Hi there folks, welcome to Dunsy's Guitar World and welcome to today's episode where I'll be featuring a band that was in the 1990s, 1996. These two particular tracks were recorded, a band called Chickweed, and not only that, there's a competition, so stick to the end of the video and you'll find out how to win something for free, and I'll even post it to you for free as well. And that just dispels the myth that Scottish people are mean and miserly. Not true.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
So about 1995-96, I formed a band with my friend Andy. He played drums. He still plays drums occasionally. Fantastic drummer, really good drummer. Huge Rush fan. Who isn't a huge Rush fan? And we managed to find a bass player. A girl called Velda, great bass player, cool girl as well. So we rehearsed for a little while, made a racket, advertised for a singer, and we got a brilliant singer, a girl called Jenny. I think she was only 17 at the time, and she was great. You know, she was just full of youth and attitude, very punky attitude. We mostly played around about Edinburgh, a couple of gigs in Glasgow I think, and then we went into the studio, we went into Chamber Studio, which I believe is still there. Graham still makes fantastic records. Graham's now the studio owner. But when we were in the studio, it was owned by a guy called Jamie Watson. Now Jamie's a good guy. Jamie was in a band called the Monos in the late 70s. They toured with the Tourists, I believe, 1979, something like that. Jamie's a good guy. Good ears, good guitar player as well. I think he had a 68 Les Paul Gold Top as well. Oh, beautiful guitar. I think I used it on this as well. So let's take a look at some pictures of this band. So here's the first one. Look how young we look there. I mean, I would have been 31 there. So on the left, Jenny. Next to her is Velda. Then there's me. I think I was going through some lean times there. And at the end, smiling, Andy, the drummer, the Rush fan. I think that was the first promo photograph we did. This must be from the same session. Look how spiky my hair is. I wouldn't get it like that these days. So these were the promo photographs we did. And this was live in Edinburgh, the Cars Rock. That's my 70s Les Paul Custom, which I sold many years ago, playing through a Vox amp as well. And there's Jenny singing on the left hand side there, and on the right hand side that's Velda playing her Ibanez Roadstar bass. It's a cool bass, that, red. Now if I zoom in, I think we were supporting a band called Turtlehead, who were a sort of punk rock band, punk metal maybe. They had a couple of albums out on a Swedish label, I think. There's Velda playing bass again. There's me and Jenny singing away. As I say, she had a great attitude for being in a band, it was great. So that's the cover of the single. So we went into Chamber Studio in Edinburgh and recorded 4 songs. I think we recorded 4 of them in one day and then mixed for a half day the next again day. And at the end of the session, Jamie said, if you want to put these out on my record label then, if you finance the manufacturer then go for it. And we thought, yeah, let's put a 7-inch single out. So we didn't have any money, obviously. And Andy's friend, who was known as Punky Fred, because he was a punk called Fred, he loaned us £1,000 to press up 1,000 singles. So what we did was, Andy and I went down to Abbey Road, the Abbey Road in London, to master the single. Now, to be honest, we probably didn't have to go to Abbey Road to master the single, but Jamie had stuff done there, and we thought, you know, let's just go to Abbey Road. It doesn't matter what it costs. So Andy and I went down to Abbey Road and went along and watched the guy mastering the single. Couldn't believe it. It was like Abbey Road Studios, you know, with the pedestrian crossing. We didn't get any photographs taken. 1996, we didn't have a mobile phone. Probably had a Instamatic camera or something like that. But we didn't take any photographs, so I don't have a photograph of me at Abbey Road. We were only in there for about 40 minutes, something like that. And all the guy really did was turn a few big knobs on an old mixing console, and he said, does that sound great? And we said, yeah, that sounds great. And that was us. We had a mastered single, and it got sent away to pressing plant, can't remember what they were called, somewhere down south. So fast forward about 6 weeks and we get 1,000 singles delivered to Chamber Studio. None of them with a cover. Because getting a cover made, it was going to be too expensive getting the pressing plant to do the cover as well. So to cut corners, what we did was, we found our printers in Edinburgh who would print us 1,000 of these. Now, they cut them up to that size, but we had to fold them in half. And the single itself came back like this. So that's the single. Now the pressing plant had said, what do you want on the B side of the single, because we only sent them 2 tracks. And we said, well, does it cost more to get a B side done? And they said, well, if you get another song done, we have to make another master, so yeah, it'll cost money. And we said, well, can we just put the same 2 songs on both sides? Because they only lasted about 2 minutes each. And they said, yeah, that'll just be the same price. You've only got one master, so it'll just be the same price. So we ended up with a single with, not only was it a double A side, it was the same 2 songs on both sides. You know, probably the cutting edge of technology back then. So we go down to Chamber Studio one night with our 1,000 singles in white sleeves in a box and 1,000 of these, which we had to fold, and we'd left a space in the back so we could write a number in. So over the course of an evening, I think we maybe had a beer or 2, you know, just take the edge off. We folded up 1,000 of these, and we wrote the number in each one. And I think in a lot of them, we wrote a message to whoever bought it. It took hours, took absolute hours. I mean, folding this, writing the number, writing a message, putting that white sleeve and that inside a plastic bag. But that was really do it yourself back then. You know, I think the budget, £1,000, and I think it all came in at under £1,000. So we had 1,000 singles, 1,000 sleeves, and Jamie put it out on his record label, Human Condition Records, who also put Idlewild out as well. We did a few gigs with Idlewild before they were humongous pop stars. So this video has the 2 songs in it with some still photographs as well, just so you can hear it. I'll also put a link underneath to the Bandcamp page which I made for Chickweed in 2012, God, 8 years ago, where you can download the whole thing for nothing if you want. You know, I'm not making any money from this. But if you watch till the end of the video, I've got a competition where you can win something. So thanks for watching, folks.
Good to wake up with the sun in my eyes. It's so strong and bright that I could cry. When I think of you, stay complete. I'm feeling good from my head down to my feet. To all of you, this is what I say. It's a perfect day. I know it's gonna stay.
So if you're at the end of the video, I hope you enjoyed that. That was Chickweed from way back when. And right at this moment in time, right here, right now, I think that was Jesus Jones's thing now. What I have is I have 2 test pressings of the Chickweed single. Now, if you're old school, you know that a test pressing was what the record plant would send you just to make sure that the single was okay, sounded good to your ears. So I've still got 2 of these white label test pressings left. And I've got 2 sleeves which are marked test pressing. So we didn't number these up. And what I'm prepared to do today, or what I'll do is, this was recorded in 1996, so once I get 196 views, if you leave a comment of what you think Chickweed sound like, I'll go through the comments and I will pick the best one which I think is most accurate, and I'll send this off to you. I'll pay for postage. Now I think they only made 10 of these, they only send you 10 test pressings, so you will own one of 10 test pressings of a limited edition Chickweed double A-side 7-inch single with the same song on both sides, which is great because if you inadvertently scratch one side, you just flip it over and it's the same 2 songs. Brilliant, eh? Cheers.